Hello everyone, welcome back. Time for more workers and resources. And our republic is slowly growing. You can see all the people walking around, going back home after working, buying some stuff, the usual. So, what has happened since the last episode? I bought a couple more fire trucks. I bought another small one and another large one because earthquakes are a thing and they can be pretty devastating. And I did a little bit of a review of the pathing, and let me talk about that for a moment. I added another footpath over here for access to the shopping center, so if I want to expand maybe with another house over here or something else on this side, they can still reach it. At the moment, our capacity is about 1,000 people, but we really need to start pushing that up. So the next step is more housing. And where do we want to put that housing is the question. Over here, it would be relatively close to the small heating plant and not in a good access of everything else. That's why I opted out for going on this side. So I squeezed the cinema over here so they can have their cinema as well. Made a little loop here so they can traverse across the pool and this side of the Republic. And I placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more building blocks, a bunch of roads to give them access to everything. The key thing is we want them to be able to reach the shopping center. All of those over here are serviced by this big garbage container. And I put a second small clinic. Now, why is that? If we look at our existing small clinic, we have a capacity of about 15 people maximum. And we have maybe 2 to 5 sick at a time, which is manageable with our current population. But if we double it, we might start running into problems. And because I want to increase the population more, I'm thinking of bringing people from other countries, which the game calls them immigrants from third world. When you bring those, they do not have education, they have horrible healthcare, they have horrible stats. So all of those will put strain into the Republic. So I needed that a bit of a buffer for now. Still, we do not need a medium one. Now, the distance from the heating plant is a little bit of a concern, but considering from here to here, about 200 meters so far, we didn't really have any problems. This follows around the same distance. So both of those are over the 200 mark. If this was working full time, then I'm pretty sure we would have a problem. But for now, we are okay. Also, you can see here, everything is within heat coverage, and that's probably the full capacity that these will be able to accommodate. Because one of those produces 450 cubic meters, and each one of those takes 7. And every other building has its own capacity. Also, we are researching tourist visa for Soviet countries. The tourism analysis is done, so very soon we'll start bringing people in. And I made an extra footpath over here for people to be able to reach the cinema and all the other buildings. So if I take this for example, they can reach the bus stations, they can reach the hospitals, they can reach everything in the Republic in a nice and easy way. So start that. I also queued this road. I'm gonna expand over here. I do not know what I'm gonna do there just yet. I keep on upgrading this road to gravel, because gravel. I did a little bit of terraforming on this area, try to make it a little bit more even and push the mountain a bit back. I suspect there will be some resource around this mountain, so we might just sort of build in here and then use this side as a buffer for the industry. But we will see. Ideally, since tourism is the first thing, I will try to utilize the first city as a big tourist hub early on to get some income while we do our research and everything else. This is just a very small Kickstarter, for lack of a better term. We have a little bit of a congestion here. Everyone wants to go in, everyone wants to go out. We can give them priorities, so we can say anyone who exits has priority, anyone who enters waits. Also, why are you there? Why are you blocking everything? Going the wrong way. Okay. Those that come out have no priority, but those that go in have priority. Let's watch that for a second. Also, I built a bunch of dirt roads to connect one map connection and this one on Basel. And then I went down here to connect another one on Geneva. And just sort of merge them all together, so I have access to those as well. So we can start utilizing them when the time is right. Because we will want to bring tourists from there as well, we want to buy some vehicles, we have 700,000 to utilize. And money goes down, happy times. Anything else we need to talk about before winter hits, and pretty much we just wait for this to get built. We are doing okay in terms of schools. Our capacity in housing is about 300, which is pretty okay for now until everything else is built. Our health is good, our happiness is relatively good. Crime will be the next thing to tackle, probably once we go over the 2,500 people threshold. Resource-wise we're okay, things are holding on here, and no one has died from freezing just yet. Now that I think about it, there's one thing we need to add, and that's a proper technical service. I can go with 15 or 8. The difference is 50,000 gravel and 50,000 concrete more. Sorry, 50 tons gravel and 50 tons concrete more. I'll go with the large one. And where do I want you? I want you to be able to service all of these and up to here. So I think you can very nicely fit around here, like maybe just this far. You will have electricity and you should be able to cover all the stuff I need. So if I clear you and say from here to so even with 1 kilometer you can cover all of this. This way that's under a kilometer, and if I expand this way, oh yeah, so with just 1 kilometer radius you can cover all of this. And I should start planning for water and sewage as well. Let's have a very quick look on how we want to do that. So large water pipe, yep, underground. So our water pipe is here, that covers everything. We have 2 of them actually. So I will need the switch somewhere to fit both of them. So let's say water, we take the water from here, we need to process it somewhere here. So water treatment plant, we're gonna go with a big one because there is absolutely no reason to go with a small one. Remind me, do you produce pollution? No, you produce waste, not pollution. So you can very easily go right about here. Let's give you a little bit of room. Workers can still reach you, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And let's give you a footpath as well. Okay. So you will need a pumping station. You could go with a small one, but I will pull multiple lines out of this eventually, so we're gonna go straight away for a big one. All it needs is power. So you can go on this side, and then I will start utilizing those. I do want a water switch, so I have a water bit here, another water bit here, and I think my switch will go nicely right about here. You do not need a fancy path, just a gravel path. Okay, so I probably should keep the outer one, so let's go middle to this. Then you can connect here, You can connect here. And then I have this for expansion. And of course everything else here. Let's get a big water well, which will need only 7 people to work. And do you produce anything? Just waste from the people, which is fine. So if I take you away, mirror you around, put you right about here. We might run into a bit of a problem with the pipes. No, you'll be okay. So you can go there. That's fine. The road will have to do. Pipe. So you come out from the well. You're gonna need a pump as well. That's where all of my power will go. I should probably place you right about here. You can go there. You can go here. And you can connect here. So we get horrible quality water from here. We feed it into this. This will push it into the water treatment. The water treatment will clean it and feed it into our republic. Okay. Happy times. That's one thing. More power here because those ones are power hungry. So let's just connect you right about here. And I want a power line. Let's get this. I try to avoid the crazy overlap because it looks horrible. But you cannot always do that. Then you can always try. The hardest thing is to make aesthetically pleasing power lines in vanilla. With mods, I'm sure there is some fancy way of just automatically doing it and making it look decent. There you go. That's not too bad. You can build all of this. Okay. Do we need anything else? You'll be built eventually. We are halfway ready for tourists. Sewage. That's the most dangerous one out of all of them. So with sewage, we need the water to flow downhill. So from here, we want to be able to flow downhill. Let's get a switch, or as I like to call it, a collector. Let's place you right about here. Give you a footpath. With a large pipe, there is no point going with a small one. So you are at 2 meters. You should work up. That's too far. So go somewhere like here. And you go here. So this pretty much will collect from 3 different inputs and take it out to a single out. Let's get the sewage discharge where I was originally planning to put it. Other way around. So this can be a bit funky to try to fit it in properly. And terraforming to the rescue. And I don't have any bulldozers free here, because they're all building. Another reason I have that many bulldozers is not just for the roads, but also for terraforming. Because there will be my terraforming crew going out and doing stuff. So I'll just give them a minute to start building this. I know I need to extend that pipe down that way anyway, so I'm gonna do that. Need to be careful with the pump height. With the pipe height, not pump. Let's go right about here. I should probably put another switch. Probably the safest way to do this. So put that here. You go there. Are you too high? No, you should be fine. So go somewhere around here. And then I'll just connect you to this when I can get there. Oh, have a bit of a mountain there, but you're still at the right height, so it should still flow. Remember, these guys will need a footpath to be built, otherwise the game will never build them. Okay, let's skip time for a moment. Also, since we will be bringing tourists in and we want them to come in fast, we need to start working with some asphalt roads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this segment into asphalt. Do I want to continue this? I do, actually. So you and you, these three segments will become asphalt and then the other side. Also, I just realized, somehow I bought the small sewage truck. No wonder this is never empty. I'm surprised they haven't had an proper meltdown just yet. So let's get you here, here, and let's buy a proper one. What are you? Waste. What are you called? Sewage cistern. There you are. Yeah, so this one is only 3.5, this is 9.5. This is the one we need. Bring me two because we're gonna need them. And you, when you finish, you will change your home location back here. Ah, and then we have our generic purple workers that totally do not look like inmates paving the road. I love how they just magically appear and disappear. Population is up to 1,001. First milestone. And we have a ton of traffic because we are loading a lot of gravel to bring here, since we're doing a lot of construction. That is okay. Also, we have a lot of small children that are a problem. What's happening? Our kindergarten has the space for them. Can they not reach it? You can reach it. You can all reach it. They can reach it too. So just not enough people have gone to work. Can I squeeze a second one up here to sort of share the load? That would be too tight. Ideally, I want you here. Do I have a longer one? Or are they just thick? They're all just super thick. I mean, I can place you here. You're within everything. And you will cover this bottom area. And you will help somewhat of the top right side. Okay, let's do that. Because that keeps 45 workers away. And we need those 45 workers. Okay. And for placing down the sewage discharge, you need to make a very sharp angle down the water, as you can see the red lines, and then a flat place for the other three dots of the building to be there. So the blue need to be in the water, the green need to be on surface. So we're gonna squeeze that right here and get our pipe and connect to it. Don't think I'll bring anything else, so you can go on the right side. Okay. Yep. Also, turn all of this stuff, dirt road. And you will need to go right about here. It will take them a million years to build it, but that is perfectly fine. Also, this does not need power. Keep that in mind. Let's have a quick look at the Republic. Things are happening, things are being built nice and slowly, more buildings become available. The population is gradually going up, our asphalt road is ready, and you can see that our trucks are already starting to use it. Let's do the other side as well, so you and you and you. Oh, and just in time, our research is done. Let's go with, do I want to push it even more? 12,000 days, 700. No, we're gonna go with logistic optimization because I need that, so I can start doing things. And here we have our first few tourists. Let's start bringing them in. Do I have people? I do not have people to work with those. Wait after... Okay, I think I'm gonna wait for these buildings to get ready before I start dealing with the tourists, because these needs to be fully staffed to be able to accommodate them. So fast forward to the end of the year. Okay. New year, 1962. We're down to about 59,000, which is alright. We'll probably end up taking a small loan as predicted, but things are going very well. This is getting built, the pipes are getting done. The housing here is mostly ready. Just have people finish this up. I just need them to finish this. And the hospital, the kindergarten is ready, so it can start helping some people. And yeah, you're full. What's their productivity? 111. They have very nice productivity, which is very good. So obviously the higher productivity, the more they can manage. Okay, so this is working nicely. Health-wise, we're okay. We have a little bit of pollution, which I would suspect is this. But if we look at our overlays, here, health. Our lowest health is around here, which is 87, 88, which is perfectly fine. So the amount of pollution is minimal, and this will stop working probably in the next couple months because it will get warm enough. So it will give time for the pollution to dissipate. So for the time being, we should be fine. Now I want to start bringing in some more people. And let's bring immigrants from the third world countries. And this will really stress our republic. Let's start with 300. So they can start going to school, get educated, and become part of the workforce. And also, I put a Lenin statue here and an eternal flame obelisk over here. Just for a few more monuments. Also plop down a few trees, a few bushes, sort of trying to make it a little prettier. And this is ready. Okay, let's see your radius. So with 1000, you can go all the way there. That works for me. So for now, you will get everything from there. I am going to move these vehicles here. And these vehicles here. I am going to take these 3 large ones as well and send them there. I am going to get this sewage truck and send it here as well. You I want to sell, but you're gonna cost me 1,000. Yeah, sure. And I can remove these. Since they're no longer required, remove you. Perfect. So we just have those 2 as placeholders for now. And very soon they will be gone as well. Also, the research for the original distribution office is done. Now we're doing the follow-up, which will allow us to build the small and medium distribution offices, which will help us relieve this and start getting some sort of better logistics for our republic. Also, what's wrong? Yeah. Of course, these numbers will drop drastically because we just brought a bunch of people. And you are going full on, but you should start slowing down soon. Yeah, this hasn't filled up almost at all, which is good. Is there water okay? Because that's another problem with pollution. We are low on water. That's a problem. Water quality is 99, so that's not too bad. What is my water overlay? That's water flow, sewage flow. No, I want... Temperature is fine, so they're not sick from that. Yeah, I think that built up a bunch of pollution. That's why. Because you're down to... But there's new people that moved here as well. It's hard to tell. Let's give it a couple months to sort itself out. Worst case scenario, I can start pulling this back and replace it. Won't be too much of a problem. And do I have any free workers? No, I need 131 to graduate. Everyone else is used somewhere, so these guys. So if you want, you can change this down to 0, so random workers won't go there. But at the moment, it won't make much of a difference. Oh, you are almost ready. Let's buy a covered hull, which we will use as a buffer track. Do the new one. Come on. You know you can exit. Yeah, pollution is dropping. Okay. Can I have my track, please? No? Okay. Eventually it will get here. How are you on fuel? You have fuel. These guys here have fuel. This one's done, but that's not too much of a problem. I removed the fuel station from there since it's now empty and slowly axing this area. So tourists will go here, down, this way, or this way, this way, this way. That's longer. So they will take this. So this should become asphalt. And honestly, this and this and this. They should be able to get that done. So you are done. What do I want next? I don't care for railway distribution yet. Let's go... Ooh, party member ranking. That will be important. Let's start with the advertisement so I can start bringing a lot of tourists. We're starting to run low on money. But the kindergartens are doing what they need to, so that's good. You're going to buy steel. You're gonna bankrupt me. Okay. So let's take a 5-year loan of 300,000. Did I not put any trees here? Let's get some bushes. Just gently press this here and throw a few poplars as well. And if they get too crowded, I'll just start removing them. Decorating and trees is not my forte, unfortunately. I've seen a lot of players that make some incredible towns, but yeah, that's a skill I was never able to develop, unfortunately. But you guys missing just a little bit of steel and everything else. Yeah. So I can start taming this traffic by giving them their own area for that. How much would that cost? And how do I want to make it? Let's have a look. The difference between these two, the price is minimal, the footprint is bigger, and this has rail as well. It's not very important at the moment. How many of those resources do I need immediately? Honestly, 3, 4. 4 of those will be large. This is much smaller and much more accessible. Can I do... Hold on. So let's say I'm gonna place you here. And I'm gonna place you here. And here and here. Cargo station with 6 trucks. And I make you somewhat decent. So if I place you here, I'll be able to sort. I'll probably need something like that. Of course, that's too long, but that's doable. Come on, that's not too long, game. I bet you this one is longer. The game is just probably complaining for like a single meter. So if I place you right there... Yeah, that works. Is it great? No. Will it work for now? Yes. So... Will I need power for those? Probably not. But I should probably build it up here. Interesting that only the first one sort of seems to gain power while the rest don't. And I'm sure all of them would need it. That's right, I can get another branch if I need. So... I cannot mirror you. Let's place you right about here. Let's give you a gravel road. And these can literally be this. So this is mainly just to get there. All the picking up will happen through here. Because it can accommodate more of them. Let's give it some power. So something like that. I'm glad I have a switch over here. There you go. Just to start removing the strain on the border. Happiness is climbing up. Pollution is still a bit of a thing. It has to be these guys. Because your health went down. But it also depends where you work. Okay, so, you. My buffer truck is ready. You go there, you buy chemicals. You go here, you wait until you are unloaded. Go! Also, this hospital is ready. You need this. Oh, wait, I think I know why they have pollution. Oh, no, it hasn't overfilled yet. Okay. So, like before, 2 hazardous and the rest should be okay. Let's just make sure you can reach it. Yes, you can. Can everything in this area reach you? Yes, they can. You can reach all of those, but not this. You can reach this and you can reach this. So, happy times. Okay, okay. This is going okay. So much traffic here. This is trying to get there. We still have food and stuff. And we are sort of reaching our capacity because we don't have workers. When we get those 96, it should balance things out. And I just observed the problem. Those two back there have no sewage. Oops. So you go here. And you go right about here. And just dirt road. And let's give you a pipe. I'm glad I kept this here free. While the switch is not ready, as long as this gets ready, I should be okay. You guys need to give fuel to these, fuel to these, and that should be those. We're producing a bunch of water here. So this is pulling 0.15 watts at maximum. These pumps drain a lot. I think they go up to like a whole megawatt. Also make this a high priority so we don't run into any power issues. School, you're still holding? You're still holding. You are fine with patience. You are also fine. Barely, but fine. How many educated do I have? I have 170 with higher education, which is not many. So, when this research is done, I'm just gonna let people educate my republic. And this is building relatively fast. And just to make sure, you can reach down there so you have fire coverage. Okay. But, well, you can reach this, but because the road is ready, you cannot yet. Okay, so this game, you look away for a moment and you make a mistake. And I did a mistake about waste, specifically sewage. So if you look here, we are 2.4 meters, which is okay. 2 to 2.4, which is okay. So this continues. So as long as we stay up to 3, we are fine. So here we are fine. Up, we go up to 3, 5, 7, 9. We go up the mountain. And that's a disaster. Because a lot of my pollution at the moment is up, game. Because this is backfilled. So if we start looking at buildings that have people, game. There you go. So it's filling 100%. So this is too much. We cannot empty it in time. So there's 2 things we need to do to sort of fix it before we lose everything. Give me more sewage stacks. Yes, it will be a big expense, but it's better than losing all my population. And then what I need to do is I need to tear down these. And I also need to tear down this. So high priority for you. High priority for you. I will need to put down those demolishing offices again. So let's put them close. 1, 2. Let's go with 3 because there is a lot of stuff to remove. A little too ambitious there, aren't I? Okay, remove this. You go up. Game. Sometimes it's funny with the angles of things. Okay. So I will need One bus, one excavator, and a waste truck. And here I will need another excavator and 2 more waste trucks. 3. So auto for 3.5, auto for 3.5. And I want to make sure that they pick that one up. And they also pick this one up. Same with you. Also, stuff here, stuff here. You go here, and you go here. I will demolish the rest later. For now, I need to make the new line, which should save the Republic. Hopefully. It's gonna be very expensive and very resource intensive. So I do not know if these will manage to sort of keep it going. Probably not. Because you will go here and collect. Where are you? You'll go here and collect and you won't make a difference at all. So you see he's pulling it away, but the buildings keep loading into it and it's still full. All of them are going, yeah. Trying to get rid of all these sewage. Interesting how 1,000 people are fine with sewage the moment you hit 1,500. It's impossible to deal with even 5-6 trucks. Game mechanics. What can I say? Okay, now that it's all gone, we want these actually. Should probably start from here. Go diagonally all the way this way. Remove snapping. I don't want you. How can I make you work? So you need to stay on the right height. So if I go down by 6 meters. Oh, that seems to work. So down by 6 or 9, that's 200 more gravel. So if we say 6, let's quickly look at the height. So 0.41. Are you still going up? I think you are. Hold on. Show me the pipe again. Because if you see that, you will see that those poles are longer. So it does maintain 4 meters depth from to pretty much match the depth of that building over there. So this is actually the most accurate. So let's go here and here. And I think that will work. Here's hoping. Start building. And deconstruct this, all of this. And for you, I need both of them. Yep. No. Assign both of those. Because the amount of gravel that is needed is kind of wild. Okay, I'll let that run for a bit and see the results of this disaster. Okay, and I realized that my OBS was not recording. Fun times. So, the change we actually made over here with the sewage actually now works. So you can see here the sewage discharge is happening. And if you ever want to troubleshoot your sewage, just go on building properties, sewage flow, right about here. And you can see how much is flowing from where and how much pretty much you get on those little collectors. As well as how much is exported there, but the game is paused, so there you go. And you can see the color in its pipe as well. Happy times. Since this took a little while, let me just quickly catch you up on a couple more things and we will wrap up this episode. So I'm still working on taking down those pipes over here. Yep, they're not completely gone yet, so that will take probably a year or so. I took another loan for another 300 just to keep us going, and I did get tourism going. So at the moment we have... Are you the right one? No, you're not. Bus. Hello. Cool. So I have a line with 3 buses going to the custom house and taking them back to this station over here or this. And I'm only picking up tourists, nothing else. So you disable everything else. If you keep the workers or the students or the passengers, it will start picking up everything else from the border and bringing it home, which will cost you money and will pretty much counter any gain we get from the tourism. So you will see that the tourism income is probably around 300 rubles at the moment. It's slow, but it snowballs quickly. But we're gonna talk more about that and see a lot more options with that on the next episode. Thanks everyone very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, subscribe, you know, all the fun stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one, where we're going to start working on the city most likely. Bye bye.